Most of us have two ways of using money. First is we spend it. We spend it to pay the bills, and we spend it on the things we need. And if we're lucky, then we spend it on some of the things that we want and some of our pleasures. And then, if, depending on how we were raised or things that we've experienced in life when it comes to money, then some of us use money as a tool to save and plan for a rainy day or a bigger purchase. Like maybe you want to buy a house, or maybe you're planning for your kids to go to college, or you want to buy yourself your first new car. But those are mainly the two main ways that most of us use money, and that's to spend it or to save it. Many of us were not raised to invest our money or make our money work for us. When we talk about investing in the stock market, there are two main ways that we can put our money to work and make money in the stock market. One is appreciation, and then two is dividends. Appreciation is when we buy a stock and we expect that stock to grow in value. And then once we sell that stock for a profit. And then dividend investing is when we invest in more stable companies, companies that really are not trying to grow, but they're more stable. They've mostly done all the growing they're going to do, and they take their extra money and they pay their shareholders for owning shares of that stock. Me personally, I do a little bit of both because I am in the beginning of my investing journey. So I do invest for appreciation as well as I invest to get paid dividends. And today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my SoFi Invest fractional share portfolio, where I invest mainly in growth stocks, but I do invest in some dividend paying stocks as well. And I'm going to go over my holdings with you guys, as well as some of the stocks that I've sold. Portfolio is $2,066.25. Now, when I started this portfolio last September, I started out contributing $25 a week into this portfolio. Now, just recently, in the past 3 weeks, I've been contributing $5 more a week. So this week, I actually contributed $45 into the portfolio, and then I'm going to get the contribution amount up to $50 a week, and then I'm going to hold steady there probably for the rest of the year. With that being said, as you can see, the portfolio is up 41% with market gains of $862.84. Total dividends paid into the portfolio since existence is $23.44. So I still have buying power from my contribution of $10. And as you know, I invest in fractional shares of the stock that I own in this particular portfolio. So now we'll look at the individual holdings. Portfolio is Apple. Apple, in my opinion, can be considered both a growth stock and a dividend stock, because although it does pay a dividend, it does pay a small dividend. And Apple is always coming out with new products, new phones, just new ways of making itself a better company, and it's in the tech industry. So I consider it both a growth and a dividend stock, but currently I own a little over 2 shares. I am up $103.73 for a 56% return. Then we have the Vanguard ETF BND. It does pay a monthly dividend. And for those of you who are not familiar with ETFs, ETF stands for Exchange Traded Fund. And this particular ETF holds a basket of bonds, and these bonds pay dividends, and this particular ETF pays a monthly dividend. So just under 3 shares, up $3 for a 1.23% return. Then we have Tesla. Tesla is definitely a growth stock. It does not pay a dividend. I have a little over 1 share, and Tesla just announced it will be a part of the S&P 500. I think it goes into the S&P 500 the middle of December. If I'm not mistaken, December 21st is when you will see this stock on the S&P 500. So currently, I am up $482 for a 259% return. So when I talk about stock appreciation, this will be a company that if I sold this stock, I will make a profit of $482, almost $500 in profit. Next, we have the ETF VU. This was one of the free companies that I got when I opened this portfolio back in September. They were running a promotion where if you deposited a certain amount into their brokerage account, you got $25 in a free stock. So I decided to use that on VU, which is an ETF by Vanguard. I am currently up $13.09 for a 20% return. Then we have Amazon. Amazon, of course, is a growth stock. They do not pay a dividend. But the awesome thing about fractional share investing is the average investor, especially if you're just getting started, does not have $3,000 to invest in buying 1 share of Amazon. You might love Amazon, you might want to really invest in Amazon, but without fractional shares, the average investor does not just have $3,000 to buy 1 share of Amazon. So I don't even have a tenth of a share yet. However, I am up $48.46 for a positive 21% return. Then we have Costco's. Costco is definitely a dividend paying company. I will be selling out of this small position of Costco's because I did buy Costco's on the down when it dropped last week in my regular IRA Roth account. So I currently have $126 in equity in Costco's. They just recently went ex-dividend on a special dividend of $10 that will be paid out on December the 15th, if I'm not mistaken. So once this stock recovers from that special dividend and it's up a little bit more, then I will definitely be selling out of this position, and I will be reinvesting this $100 and something in equity into the core positions in this portfolio. And guys, that's the awesome thing about dividend companies. There are times when these companies will pay a special dividend, and Costco just decided that it was going to pay its shareholders a special dividend of $10. So, Merry Christmas to us from Costco's as a shareholder for paying us that $10 per share special dividend. Then we have Netflix. Netflix is a growth company also. They do not pay a dividend. I own just under a half a share. I do want to get this position up, so the money that I put in this portfolio that I contribute every week, I will be invested in Netflix. But as you can see, I am up $24 for 11.89% return. Then we have Intuitive. It is another dividend paying company. I am up $18.95 for a 21% return. We have Kroger's. Kroger's reported earnings on Thursday. They were down 5% because they did miss on revenue. So I went ahead, and my average cost right now for Kroger's is about $32. But I went ahead, since it was down in the $30 range, I bought these same 6 shares in my Webull taxable account. So once Kroger's recovers back over my average cost of $32, I will sell out of these 6 shares of Kroger in this portfolio as well. So again, that will be probably close to $200 in equity that I will have to invest back into my core positions in this portfolio. What I want to do is get this portfolio probably to about 10 main positions that I invest in, being that I'm only investing $50 a week right now, even though I haven't got to that mark. Next week will be the first week that I contribute $50 a week to this portfolio. I want to make sure that that money is going to my main position so I can build up my main positions. So we have Microsoft next. a little over a half a share, up $11.35. They do pay a dividend, but just like Apple, some may consider this company to be a growth company, and I am up 9.23%. Wells Fargo down $3.35, but once it recovers, I am looking to sell out of this position. Also, same thing goes for AAL, the airline stock. I am looking to sell out of this position down $1.93. NRZ is another one that I'm looking to get out of this portfolio, down $2.06. BP, another one that I'm looking to eliminate from this portfolio, down $1.98. Activation Blizzard is definitely one of the main positions in this portfolio. Want to make sure that I bring this stock up, almost at 2 shares, up $11.15 for a 7.58% return. Roku is definitely one that I'm looking to beef up in this portfolio. Definitely a main position. Currently, I am up $160 for a 89% return. AT&T, I own over 20 shares in my Webull taxable account, so definitely right now down $3.09. But if this stock can go ahead and recover, I will be taking this equity, selling out of this position and reinvesting that money back into the core positions of this portfolio. And then last but not least is TGIF. This is a SoFi ETF. This ETF is designed to pay its shareholders a weekly dividend every single Friday. So currently it has been paying its dividend. As you guys can see right here, I got paid 3 cents in dividend this Friday. I don't even own 1 share yet, but I've been getting paid anywhere from 1 to 2 cents every single Friday. So I'm sure that once I get the number of shares up on this ETF, and the ETF is still very new, it will hopefully pay more dividends on a weekly basis. If you guys are interested in learning more about this SoFi weekly paying ETF, I will leave a link to the video where I talk about this ETF in the description below so that you guys can check that out. Those are all the holdings of this portfolio. Make sure that if you guys haven't yet, you subscribe to the channel so that you can see other updates when I go over my portfolio and all the other things that I talk about money related and becoming the best version of ourselves on this channel, as well as please hit the like button because it does help with the YouTube algorithm, as well as if you have any questions about anything that I went over today, leave a comment below. I will respond to all comments. Again, I am Marie Brown. This is my channel, Minds in Motion, where we talk about personal finances, investing, and how to become the best version of ourselves. Thank you guys so much for watching and have an amazing day.